Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Andrea and this is my channel Beyond the Pink Door. So happy new year to everybody. This is my first time doing a video since Vlogmas and I want to thank everybody for watching Vlogmas and following along, and I managed to do every day. Very proud. So thank you for all the comments and the likes, and hello to new subscribers. So yeah, first video of the new year, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few things that I made recently and a few of my sewing plans. And I've set myself a goal this year to get back on the bandwagon of doing my weekly vlogs. So I'm going to do a vlog every week. This is my first one, and they will be a mix of just, yeah, whatever happens. So they'll either be a makes one, they might be a vlog, they might be a sew along. Yeah, a vlog a week. It's my challenge. If I could do it every day over Vlogmas, I can surely put together a vlog of some kind every week. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to show you a few things I made, and if you watched my Vlogmas, some of these will be familiar. So I'm wearing my chalk and notch fringe dress, and I'm actually going to put on a few things today to show you. So I don't normally do that, but today I'm actually going to show you them, and I have a few then that I will just insert pictures of. So chalk and notch fringe dress. So this is from a lovely Atelier Jupe fabric, and just to recap, I have a lovely fabric shop, beyondthepinkdoor.com, just for anybody who's new to the channel, and I generally end up at the end of, say, a fabric bolt, if there's a kind of an odd amount, so if I can't put it on the website as a metre or half a metre, and I really like it, I kind of take it for myself, and this was one of them. So I actually had two odd pieces of this. Yes, I could have sold them as remnants on the website, but yeah, I was selfish, I wanted them for myself. So I ended up with two odd pieces of this, and I really liked the look of the wren blouse. So I put all my pattern pieces on the two odd pieces of fabric, and I ended up with some left over, which was really annoying me. So then I thought, I know I initially wanted to just make the blouse, but you know what the heck, make the dress. And funnily enough, I didn't really like the look of the dress initially, but anyway, I had enough fabric, so this is what was swinging me. And I kind of thought, if I don't like the dress, that's all I have to do is take the frill off the end of it, and then hey ho, I've got a remnant piece for something else. It'll come in for something, won't it? So yeah, I've made, this is, I can't remember the size, I'll put it on the screen here. I think it's the size 6, I could be mistaken. So this was just a straight size 6 in a, no, actually I made an 8 in the AB cup. It's coming back. So I made an 8 in the AB cup. I should really write these things down, don't I? But yeah, I kind of thought, no, let's do a video today, so I'm sorry. It's slightly ill prepared, but anyway. Yeah, 8 AB cup, because Chalk and Notch do AB cups and CD cups, which is just brilliant. So this is, yeah, a straight size. I didn't make any alterations to this. This was kind of my toile. So I ended up with, my shoulders are just a little bit down here. They just need lifting a little bit, and I felt that the neck was just too big for me personally. There's just too much skin there. I don't like it. I've tried it on with my scarf. I will stand up and show you now in a minute. I've put on a scarf with it, and it kind of fills the gap. So I thought, well, if I wear it under a cardigan to go out, a scarf kind of looks nice. I know it's not the best colour, because there are beautiful colours in this fabric. So I should make a little scarf out of that lovely purpley, or maybe the blue, and yeah, then I'd feel a little bit more comfortable. So here is the dress. This is it. So it's a straight top down to here. It's got bust darts here at the side, and it's actually got waist darts here at the back, which is great because it gives a really nice shape, I find, here at the back. And then this is the length, so it comes to just over my knee, so perfect. I managed to get a belt in the meantime. So during my vlog at Christmas when I was making this, I didn't have a belt, and I managed to get a belt in the sales in the meantime. So let me see, we get the belt on properly here. And I much prefer it with the belt. So just tidy it up there a little bit. That in there. And that's it with the belt. And I actually really like it with the belt. So I think that's a really nice dress. I made it with the short sleeves. These are a lantern sleeve, so they've actually got, you can see the way they kind of have that extra bit of volume. They've got a seam there, you can't really see it with the pattern of the fabric, and they've got elastic in the end here. Now I put in the elastic quite loose because I don't like it too tight, and I put I picked up the green colour in the buttons, so I think these are an Atelier brunette button, and they actually matched perfectly. I was going to put black, but I thought, well, they match really nicely, so yeah, put in that. So I haven't actually worn it yet, but I will definitely wear it, and I feel it'll be a lovely one for the summer as well. I did think about putting in waist ties at the side, but I like the look of the belt better. I just think it actually looks a little bit nicer on me, and it actually feels nice and comfy. So I'm going to put on the second one that I made with a few little alterations. And now here is the second one that I made. So just putting the belt on again. Got a different belt, picked up a few belts. I need to put another hole in this one. So this one is made from an art gallery fabric. This one wasn't the end of a bolt, it was just, I really liked this one and I just had to cut a piece for myself. So what I did on this one was, let me see, I'll sit down for a minute. I did my own narrow shoulder adjustment, probably about ½ an inch. So, and then what I did was I raised up the neckline. What I did basically was I used the same pattern pieces and I just cut, for all the world, I cut an extra seam allowance around it, so about 1 centimetre, and it's just made such a difference. I like it so much more. So it's closer fitting at the back of my neck. So I did add on the seam allowance all around the back, everything. So it's closer fitting here at where the shoulder seams are, and it's just up that little bit extra. Now I have to admit, I wouldn't mind if it was up just a tiny little bit more here, so I might do that on another one if I make another one. And on this one then I made the long sleeves because I had loads of material, and these are gorgeous sleeves. Aren't they just lovely? They're the lantern sleeve as well, so there's actually a seam here, so it kind of bells it out a bit. It's got a long cuff on it with a button. I just went for black buttons this time. Now I kind of got carried away making it and I had it completely finished, and then I thought to myself, you haven't even tried it on to see to the sleeves. Are they the right length? But anyway, this is the length of the sleeve, so it kind of poofs over the cuff, and I did think, oh, maybe I might have to shorten them, but when I stretch out my arm, the cuff stays where it is. So it's just, I think it's just perfect. It's just really cute. Same size as the last one, and again, I just think it fits really nicely down the back, and yeah, it just sits. It doesn't go all poofy here at the back, which is great, because it has the darts there at the waist. And yeah, I just think it's so nice. I can see myself wearing this now with, I have a lovely yellow scarf actually. I could wear it with my black cable knit cardigan. I could wear it with my ochre cable knit cardigan. I just think it would be gorgeous. I love the colours of it. I made it over Christmas and I did think it was quite Christmassy, but I didn't actually wear it over Christmas. I didn't have a belt, that's what it was. I stocked up on a few belts in the sales. Myself and Keris went shopping one day, wrote myself a little list of what I needed and picked up a few belts, so really pleased with that. So yeah, chalk and notch wren top dress. I would definitely make it again. I would definitely recommend it. It's a really quick sew, and I think it looks a bit kind of fancy. Isn't that just lovely? Look at that sleeve. That's just gorgeous. And I do love a nice sleeve. I just love that. It's just really nice, and it's not all poofy up here. So I think putting my arms into a cardigan, it would be actually really comfy to do. So now I'm going to put on my next make. Now I forgot to mention that those two chock a notch Wren dresses are from viscose fabric, because I know somebody will ask me in the comments. So next make is, this is a viscose sateen fabric from the Fabric Godmother's own design range, and we recently started stocking these in the shop, and I just absolutely loved this fabric. Just loved it. And I knew instantly what I wanted to make with it, because I've had this pattern in my stash for ages and I've been dying to make one. I even had it printed and cut out in the right size. So this is the Sewing Revival Heron dress, and it has this lovely neckline with elastic in the neck. So it's kind of like the Wilder gown, Frida Pattern Company Wilder gown, kind of like that. And I've always really liked that neckline. So you have a couple of options in this. You can either put like a little pulley, like a little belt thing, a rouleau in it, and then you can tie it. Or you can do like me, you can put in an elastic. Now I did the elastic quite tight so that it kind of opens back a little bit, and I quite like the shape of that neckline that it gives. Then it's got a raglan sleeve seam, so it's really cleverly put together. There's so many little clever bits about this dress that I really, really like. So very comfortable to wear. I love that there's no seam here, which is really nice. It's got bracelet length sleeves with elastic. Again, I did the elastic quite loose. The original pattern actually has like shirt tails on it, but I didn't want shirt tails on this dress because I felt it didn't really suit the fabric. And I do like a dipped hem, and I do love the shirt tail look, but I didn't think for this isn't the look I was after. So I literally cut the pattern right across where the shirt tail started, and I just went for just a plain hem. It's got pockets in the side, and again, I'm never a great fan of these pockets that you just put into the side seams, and because they usually droop and they're just very spaniel ears looking. So what I did with these was I put them in because I do like, I do like putting my hands into my pockets. I never put anything into them, but what I did was I just sewed a few little tacks through the pocket, through the skirt, and I did it in a few places where there's like a black colour going through, so I used black thread, sewed it in through the little black flowers, and you can't even see them, so it's really nice. I have a gold belt on it because I wore it at Christmas, didn't have the black belt at the time, put in a gold belt, and I thought it worked. Doesn't really match the dress, but it kind of matched my hair, and I thought, well, that works. What I really like about it is there is a little tunnel sewn into the back of it so that the belt goes through, which I really like. So it's sewn onto the back of the dress on the inside, and then there's little gaps left in the side seams where you can thread the belt in through. Now initially I made a fabric belt, and I did wear it with the fabric belt, but I just didn't like the look of it. It felt a bit dressing gowny to me, and it didn't feel dressed up enough. So I did really hope that I would find a little belt to go on it. I really like the gold one on it. So yeah, it's very nice. I'm not sure if I finished it properly at the sides where the little gap is because my overlocking keeps poking out, but I will revisit that. But yeah, overall, it's a really nice dress. I could see myself wearing this now with, again, a cardigan over it, and I have a few different colour cardigans. I think it would be nice with like a shortish cardigan, maybe the Jennifer Lauren Juniper cardigan, I think would be really nice. And it's very, very comfortable to wear, really comfortable. I do love a raglan sleeve, really like a raglan sleeve. And there's great sewing inspiration for this if you look on the Sewing Revival website. It's really lovely. It comes in a top version as well, which I think is lovely as well, and I could possibly make it. I could see myself making it. I like it. So yeah, Sewing Revival heron dress. I have another one to put on now, which I actually made, I think it was in November. We had a Christmas party to go to for our karate club, and I made a dress, and I did wear it with like bare legs and sandals, and I'm not sure about the length of it, so I'm going to put it on and you can let me know what you think. Now here we are with the one I'm not sure about. So this is the Frida Pattern Company Devonport dress, and I actually really like the Devonport dress. I had to feel there to see did I actually put in those frills, because I was wondering at the time whether I would put them in or not. This is in a lovely viscose fabric that I think we still have in the shop. I really like it. It's got a lovely navy background and the little florals. I went for elbow length sleeves, and I really like that actually. What I'm struggling about is the length. So, sorry about the creaking. So it's got the frill on the end and it goes down to kind of halfway into my calf. I just don't feel like it's the best look on me, that length. I just feel it's quite long. I don't quite know what to do with it. I'm thinking, I did actually like it with the kind of wedge sandals that I wore when I wore it. I think it'll be a nice dress for summer on maybe a bit of a cooler day, because it does have quite a high neckline on it. So I'm really between minds as to what to do with it. Will I take off the bottom frill and wear it with boots and tights, or will I just leave it as it is at the moment and just kind of wear it early summer maybe? It will be kind of cozy for early summer, I suppose. I do love bare legs and sandals. I just find them like really comfy and cool to wear. I do love the frill on the end of it. I just think it's a bit too much at the moment for me. Maybe if I shortened it up like that, left the frill but say took it up to my knee. What would you do? Would you shorten it to wear it now, or would you leave it for the summer? I don't know. The jury's out. Let me know in the comments what you think. And the next few things that I'm going to show you, I'm not going to put them on because they're all blouses. So I've actually really enjoyed making some like woven clothes at the moment. I've done a lot of buttonholes. Loads of buttonholes. I think what kick-started it for me was the new pattern from Atelier Jupe, and this is the Frida blouse. So I will probably insert some pictures because you'll probably see it a bit better. I just adored this fabric when it came in, and because I was selling the Frida blouse pattern, I thought, you know what, let's try it out and see, so at least I can give a good opinion on what it's like. So this is the Frida blouse. There is a shaped yoke here at the front with a little bit of gathering out of it. It's obviously got a separate button placket down the front there. It's got a gorgeous sleeve that doesn't have a placket on the end, it just has like a little narrow cuff, but it's got an inverted pleat into it, so there's slightly little bit of volume there. At the back then it's got a lovely yoke panel as well and an inverted pleat there, so it's really comfy to wear. Like, there's loads of stretching movement, you don't feel caught at all. And then it's got this lovely little, it's kind of a collar and not a collar, it's a very curved pattern piece, so it almost feels just like an extension of the yoke rather than, it's not a stand-up collar at all. So really easy to put on. I thought the instructions were lovely. In the pattern it has a double piece here at the back but a single piece here at the front, but I actually doubled up on both because I had the fabric, and I burrito method the whole thing in, so it's got a lovely clean finish on it, which makes it really, really comfy to wear. It's also a lovely length, so I have worn it tucked into my black denim skirt and I really like the look of it. I think it looks really nice. Just so comfy to wear, and it just feels a little bit kind of dressed up. So I made a second one because, again, I had a few pieces of this lovely Atelier brunette fabric, and so I made another one in this. This time I didn't actually have enough to double up on the front yoke pieces, and I didn't even have a cream, like a simple ordinary plain cream fabric either. So this one is made straight out of the packet. I'm not actually sure again what size I made. Again, the notes would have been very handy. I think it was the size 10. I'm nearly sure it was size 10. If it's not, I'll put it along here on the screen. And I'm sorry if I'm looking at loads of different angles today. I'm using my camera. If I sit here actually, then I'll keep looking back. Oh, that's much better. Yeah. So yeah, all over Vlogmas I was using my phone for my videos, and I'm used to looking at the screen, and now of course I'm looking at the screen of the camera and it's actually the lens I should be looking at. So yeah, really sorry if I'm looking all over the place. But anyway, back to this. So yeah, my second Frida blouse. I haven't actually worn this one yet, because I've just worn a load of sweatshirts and t-shirts for the last while. But yeah, I'm looking forward to like styling this one up and seeing what I wear it with. And another blouse, and I'm going to have to grab my mannequin over. This is the Deer and Doe Melliot blouse, and again I'll pop in a few pictures. This one I made out of another remnant of an Atelier jute fabric I had. Now there wasn't quite the metre in this, and I cut it out of it no problem at all. So this is a great little blouse because it's got like a little sleeve band here, so there's no sleeve to cut out. It's got a placket that just folds back, so there's no extra placket to put on, and it has this lovely little mandarin collar on it. So it's really, really easy to make. It's got bust darts here and no, nothing at the back. So really, really simple. Front piece, back piece, armband and collar. So very easy out of a metre. Now I made this one in a size 42 and I felt it very roomy on top. So I've I've reprinted the pattern out, and I'm actually going to make a size 40. And actually, just as I was kind of preparing for this vlog, I was thinking to myself, try it on first, Andrea, because I think the up here felt a little bit loose, but I think it just about went around the hips. So I'll probably, when I go to cut it out, I'll probably go 40 on top and just grade out to 42 with the hips. That's what I'm going to do. And I've actually pulled out another few fabrics from my stash, and this is some of my plans going forward. So, as I say, I end up kind of taking the ends of both, folding them up for myself. I pop them into my utility room, ready for pre-washing, and when the right colours are together, I throw them all in for pre-washing, and then I bring them up here. So now I'm in the habit of not bringing any fabric up here to my sewing room unless it's been pre-washed. So I have a good few pieces of less than a metre, and I've been scrolling and scrolling and looking to find some patterns for less than a metre. And I had originally been thinking of like just a boxy top with a simple little sleeve, or a plain little top with this kind of an armband, you know, the kind of thing, just very simple. I looked at the Closet Core Chilo top, but it actually takes more than the fabric that I have, so I have tried laying out the pattern pieces and it's not working. So really what I was looking for was a boxy top with this kind of sleevey thing. So something that you can just plop down front, back, two of these, maybe some facings, or do some bias binding, you know, the kind of thing. So then I thought, well, actually I really like this. Maybe I could redo the pattern a little bit so this got no pattern, no buttons down the front, and just a plain little neckband, and then it'll fit on my metre. So yeah, this is a really long story, sorry. So I laid out some of my fabric this morning, and I have a couple of pieces that are 0.85, 0.9, and I laid out my pattern pieces on it, and you can actually get this top out of 0.85 metres. Now, what I've done is I've laid out the size 40, but the other thing that actually I meant to say on this was I felt this was too long when I initially made it, so I thought when I make it again, because I'm only 5 foot and this is made for normal sized people, so I have already decided that I'm going to make it about 2 inches shorter. What I like about it as well is that the back dipped shirt tail is a little bit longer than the front, which is quite nice. So I have visions of wearing a few of these over like leggings or jeans, or like that tucked into my denim skirt, which I wear tons. And definitely when I tuck it into the denim skirt, there's just far too much bulk down under the waistband, so definitely want to make it shorter. So I'm going to show you now in a tick how it's just miraculous that the pattern pieces for this will fit when I folded up that little bit of length and just laid out the pattern pieces, and I can easily make these out of some of my little kind of odd sized remnant pieces. So here is a piece of viscose fabric, absolutely gorgeous CO@6 rayon fabric, which I was really hoping that there was going to be a little piece left on the board for me. And this is a piece which is 0.9 meters. So here's my size 40. I've folded up about 2 inches there at the waist. I have put, that's the front piece, the back piece is the fold, there's the collar piece, and here is the shoulder, like sleevey bit. But I think you can see as well, there's a bit left there, and there's definitely, I'm going to have enough fabric here once I cut my size 40 there and then grade out to my 42 there. So look at that, isn't that amazing? So I'm pretty thrilled with that because number one, I have all these lovely little fabrics that are those odd remnant pieces that have been sitting in my stash. Now I don't have a big stash at all because I just keep making. When I see a new fabric I just want to make it. So I have a few pieces here. This is a cotton lawn. I think there's about 0.9 of this. So this is a Lady McElroy street art, I think it's called, so it's cotton lawn. So we had this on sale in the shop last week, and I nabbed the very last piece. So that's a cotton lawn, so that'll be interesting. I think that'll be really quirky as well. Then I have, this is what initially set off my, I have to find something that will use less than a metre. So this again is an Atelier Jupe fabric, and it's got the pumas on it, and I think this is lovely. I do love anything with like a navy background on it, so I think this will be lovely. I'm definitely cutting one out of this. This is another of the CO@6 rayons, and again I think there's actually less in this. I think that this one is like 0.85, so I think this will be gorgeous. It's got quite a big print of a tree on it. And I love the background of it. There's lots of browns and navy. So I'm really looking forward to making that. And I'm really looking forward to making this, particularly because now I've actually managed to get 2 small pieces of this rayon. Because I love the CO@6 fabrics, and they're just new to me in the shop. And what we have to do is, as a retailer, we have to pre-order them about 5, if not 6, yeah, about 6 months in advance actually. So they send us a pre-order through their wholesale website. They show us pictures of them, and we do an order. Now, being a new customer, I ordered these 6 months ago and I'd never used CO6 fabrics. I just really liked the look of them. So I had no idea what to buy. So I just ordered like the minimum quantity of all the fabrics because I thought they were all fabulous. And in hindsight, with the experience I have now with the CO6 fabrics, I would have ordered twice, 3 times the amount of those rayons, and particularly one of the French terries, which I absolutely just love. I didn't get any for myself. So yeah, I would have ordered about 3 times the amount. But anyway, look at, I managed to get a small piece of that one and a small piece of the other. And actually I managed to get a tiny piece. I'll show you the tiny piece I got of the French terry for myself. It's tiny. I had to cut it off at just the beginning of the roll because it was quite creased looking. And I'm going to use this for something. That's it. It's only a tiny little piece. So CO6 actually do their plain fabrics to go with them. So it's called a blue graphite. So it's neither black nor grey nor blue in the background, which is really, really nice. So I'm kind of thinking I'll make myself a blue graphite sweatshirt and I'll incorporate this in it somewhere. So I was kind of thinking maybe the Deer & Doe Neige, where I can put panels of it here in the sleeve possibly. Or will I make my toaster sweater, which I adore, and use this for the band at the bottom and possibly enough for the neck? I think that would work actually. I think that would work. I think that would be nice. So if I manage to get the band at the bottom of the toaster and the neck band, I think that would work. If you have any better ideas, yeah, pop it into the comments. So I just went off on a slight tangent there, but yeah. I have another fabric here as well that I will make a melilo, I think. And of course you'll recognise this one. So I made the Nina Lee spring dress out of this last year. This is just adorable fabric, absolutely gorgeous. And I love that spring dress. So I have kind of some odd pieces here, so I think I'll be able to get a melilo out of this. And this will be lovely for the summer, be gorgeous over shorts. So I think that'd be really nice. And again, the denim skirt. The denim skirt comes out so much. I think I'm going to have to make another denim skirt. My denim skirt is made from the Nina Lee Camden pattern. And I keep talking to myself and telling myself that I need to make another one, kind of winter to wear over tights. I find the one I have is summery, and during the summer I like to have my skirt kind of halfway in my knee or just below my knee. I'm not mad about my knees. But in the winter with tights, I feel things need to be a bit shorter, so they need to be kind of above the knee, and that just looks better on my height. So I really need to make another Camden skirt that I can wear with tights just above my knee. Because I find, yeah, the longer one just sort of makes my legs look very stumpy, because there's not a lot of leg then with the tights, and then they go into the boots, and you know what I'm kind of talking about. So yeah, I need to make another one. So yeah, I have a load of melilos that I am going to make. I'm definitely going to cut them out. I think I'm going to go on a little cutting out spree today, because I love when I have some pieces, I have some plans, and I actually really like kind of conveyor belt sewing. So I have a few there, maybe I have that one. I have at least 3, 4 possibly that I could make with my overlocker being in black and my machine being in black, if not navy. But you know, if I don't have to change my overlocker, then I love to just, yeah, go mad doing a bit of conveyor belt sewing. And then I'll do all the buttons at the same time as well. So I'll do all the buttonholes at the same time. So when I made this one, no, not this one, I still think I'm in my wren dress. When I made the wren dress and the second wren dress, I was also making Keris a denim jacket, and that needed black buttonholes as well. So I just waited until I needed to do all the black buttonholes, and then yeah, I just flew through them on my machine. And I still have to put the buttons into Keris's jacket, so I will show that in another vlog. And the one other thing that I want to show you is my Tamarack jacket. So I'm going to pop that on actually and show you that as well, because that's just another one I want to talk about a little bit. So yeah, this is the Greenland Studio Tamarack jacket, and I've really struggled with coats this year, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to move the other side, sorry about the scraping. Where's the light coming there? I've struggled with a lot of my coats because I don't want to keep going on about my shoulder. You're sick listening about my shoulder. But I'm finding that if anything is too small or too tight or just too fitted, I can't get into it. And if I do manage to get into it, I need help getting out of it because I can't move my shoulder enough. So anyway, so I wanted a coat that was kind of loose fitting, cozy, warm, that I could get into and get out of really easily. And that's where this came in. So I had this lovely fabric, and I'm hoping that I will get another roll of this in very soon into the shop because it is just such gorgeous fabric. So it's a quilted denim fabric and there's a Sherpa on the back. So absolutely like perfect for the Tamarack jacket. Perfect. Because if I had to like quilt fabric, I would never make a Tamarack jacket. Not a chance. So yeah, this is it. Now, this is a Tamarack coat. So it's got the curved ends, just like the pattern. It's got the patch pockets, and it's the plain round neck. And what I did was, I really wanted a coat, but it only comes in a jacket. So what I did was, where the lengthen and shorten lines were here, I think they were, I added in 5 inches. Simple, kept it simple. I'm not quite sure what size I made, but again, I'll add it in here. Can't remember. Next time I do one of these vlogs, I will be more prepared, I promise. So it's actually, it is quite big, I will admit. It's quite big here on top. I think I could easily have gone for a smaller size, but I'm just celebrating the fact that I can get my arm in and get my other arm in, and I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable for driving and I can take it off no problem. I put the snap fasteners in it down the front, and I used an Atelier Brunette bias binding to do all the bias, and I'm extremely proud of my little mitered corner there. I hope you can see it. You might see this one better actually. Yeah, look how that little pattern placed so nice. It would have been so much nicer on this side. But really proud of my little mitered corner there. Thrilled to bits with that. And I also bias bound all the seams inside, and I used a cream Atelier Brunette bias binding for that. I also put the binding all around the pocket, and what I did with the pocket was, see there, I wanted to get all the lines matching up once I put the pocket on, so I didn't want to just haphazardly cut out the pocket and for all the lines to be, you know, not matching. So I don't usually go to that much trouble, to be perfectly honest. So what I did was I cut out my front pieces, marked with pins where the pocket piece was going to be, and then I got the pocket piece pattern and I placed it down on top, matching up the pins, and then I literally drew lines across it in accordance to the fabric, and then I used those lines then to place it on the piece of fabric that I wanted to cut the pocket out of and cut around it, and then when I sewed them on it was perfect and I was just so happy. The sleeves are a little bit long for me, but I had planned that I wanted to turn up the cuff like this, because when you're wearing it you can't see that there's any Sherpa at all, so I kind of wanted to show off the Sherpa. They look really nice down like that as well, so if I'm wearing gloves, and I have worn gloves recently, I'll pull the cuff down like that and it's really, really nice. I did find with the pattern piece, and I was really annoyed at myself because when I printed out the pattern piece I thought, ooh, that looks quite narrow up here. So the pattern piece quite exaggeratingly goes in, if that's a word, from the armpit in. It goes in at quite a curve, and I did think to myself, right Andrea, when you're cutting that out, don't cut such a curve, just, you know, cut a little bit extra into it. And I had it all cut out and then thought, you didn't do that, did you? No. So I did, when I tried it on, I found it just a little bit too tight, just there. So I basted the whole thing together I'm going a bit back on myself now. Yeah, before I tried it on, I just did a basting stitch, so a very long running stitch, and I just found it, yeah, I knew I needed a little bit extra there. So when I did the actual finish sewing, I just sewed like really close to the seam allowance, and I felt that because I was binding it, it would be safe enough. So I got that little tiny little bit extra there in the sleeve. So I will know better the next time. I am feeling though that I will make another of this in the jacket version, and I'm tempted to size down because I think it'll just be too boxy. I think it looks very boxy and big on me, but it looks better when it has a scarf, if that makes sense. The neckline is bigger than I'd like it. I would like it to be closed up a little bit more, but that's just me. I always wear a scarf with it when I'm wearing it. I know that there's an expansion pack now, and I did buy it, and it's got a collar and it's got a hood. So I'm kind of between minds now as to whether I'll put a collar or a hood on it. I'm kind of thinking the hood, because I think the hood with the Sherpa inside. So I'm going to make it out of the same fabric again. Oh yeah, oh yes, because this is just so cozy. So I think I will make, yeah, I'll make the jacket version. I'll size down at the top. I think I need the room for the hips, and I'll add the hood onto it because I think it'll just be so cozy. Yeah, so that's one of my plans. So I have my Mellow plans. I have another one of these to make, and I also want to make some very basic things. Now I'm not putting a time limit on any of these things. I'm just telling you kind of what's going around my head at the minute. I want to make some basic like vest tops. I tend to wear vest tops a lot, and all the ones that I have are all ready to wear. They're all in my wardrobe for like forever. See how easy this is to get off? It's just great. And it's warm inside already. It's just brilliant. I just love it. It's like being wrapped up in a big teddy bear. Yeah, so yeah, even now I'm wearing like a vest top inside this dress. So I tend to wear vest tops in all sorts of colours, mostly black and white though. And I will wear them under blouses, I'll wear them under sweatshirts. I wear them a lot, and I actually really like the look of, say, having a white vest top just poking down below a sweatshirt. I really like that look. But yeah, all of mine are wrecked, and they just need to go, like they couldn't even be, it couldn't be given to the charity shop or the recycling banks. They're only really good for dusting. They'll make dusters at this stage. They're so bad. They're really so bad. They shouldn't even be in my wardrobe at this stage. So I want to make quite a few of those, and I'm going to start making black ones and white ones. Probably white ones first, actually. I have a lot of like odd bits of jersey in my stash as well. That's my stash. So I think I'll make some patterned ones as well. They'll be really nice. I love them in the summer. So I will wear like vest tops with shorts and skirts and things. So I'm going to start making some of them. And I've printed out, and I've actually made one of the Itch to Stitch Lego tanks, and it's actually really nice. What I really like about it actually is that it comes in quite close to the neckline. So I've made a white one, and I've worn it under dresses and things, and it doesn't actually come up too close to the neck. But what I really like about it is the fact that it's high to the back of the neck. This yellow one I have on is a ready to wear one, and it's actually quite scooped at the back. And I keep having to pull kind of the strap up again. That's really annoying. So the Lego tank is lovely. Put it on, no faffing, no messing. It's lovely. I really like it. It's close fitting up top here, and then it's less close fitting around the waist and the hips. It's really nice. It's free, and you can whip them up in no length. It's a basic tank pattern, and it's got bindings that go on the neck and around the arm. It's not too low under the arm, which is really good as well. It ticks a lot of boxes. It's quite high under the arm, so it's got a really nice shape to it. So I am going to mass cut out those as well. I'm also looking for a simple t-shirt pattern, and I know there's loads of them, and I don't tend to make simple t-shirts. I tend to make the Somerset top from Maven Pattern Company, and that's got quite a high neckline. And I also love the gable top, and that's got a high neckline. I want to make some like plain simple ones for the summer. So I am looking for a plain one. I've printed out the free pattern from Deer and Doe as well, the Plantain Tea, and I also really like the Forget Me Not pattern, the Iris Tea as well. So yeah, there are a few things. As I say, no time limit. I'm definitely going to cut out the blouses today because I'm really in the mood to do that. And yeah, I'm not going to waffle on for too much longer. This video, by the time I edit it, is probably going to be twice as long as I expected it to be anyway. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me today and for watching it all. And if you have any suggestions, pop them into the comments for me, please. And I will see you next week with another video. Please God. Bye for now.